Looking to learn a new skill and get in shape at the same time? Look no further than our 6-week beginner boxing course. You'll build your strength and endurance, improve your coordination and reflexes, and gain confidence in your ability to defend yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the time has come for the main event of the evening. One time for the undisputed champions of the community, it's go time!
One person that you can punch in the face. Who would it be and why? But wait, that are not alive.
What?
Yes.
Why would I want to
Famous person who passed away that you may want to punch in the face if they're alive. 1, 2.
Who would I do?
You want to throw a 2 to them, like bam. Who you
Oh
want to
my
punch?
God.
Boom.
All the dead presidents.
All the dead presidents.
Like a lot of them. Yeah. Like 50s and down probably need a little.
Punch in the face.
Need like.
I felt that one. That was very violent. That was very, very violent. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. She's got this down pat. 1, 2, 1, 2. And now let's let it go. 1, 2, 1, 2 for 20 seconds straight. Go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a new record.
10 seconds.
Yeah, she didn't make it. She didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
She didn't make it. Did a good job.
Thank you.
How'd you feel about that? Was that good?
I feel so good.
Did you like hitting?
I was like, it was close to missing.
You were trying to hit.
Like it was really close to missing.
You were trying to hit.
Total accident.
Yeah, I told her. You can't. You were aiming though. That's bad.
I know.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
Are you bilingual?
No.
I thought you said she was Puerto Rican. She's not? Okay.
Fact check.
Fact check if
Fact
she's
check.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were because we were going to ask you if you knew in Spanish what San Diego stood for. No? You're not. No? You're not ready? I know what it stands for. And people out there, if you want to know what San Diego stands for in Spanish.
Diego.
San Diego?
Yes.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not. Yes! She figured it out. She figured it out. Check it out now. Hey, I'm glad you did that. Now it's time for us to get into the ring and get down to the nitty gritty. Good job. Go. What's going on, people? It's the champ with our latest installment of In This Corner with the Champ. And my guest today is truly, truly a champion of this community. She's made history this year. It was a hot dog eating. Never mind. She made history this year. She's all over the place as far as making an impact, especially with our youth. I want you guys to welcome Dawn Marie, the Body Snatcher, Johnson Gomez Santiago.
Oh my God. That could have been way worse. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
you came up with that.
I did well.
Yeah.
Because I'm
the champ.
The champ.
Okay.
So, just trying to say. So, tell us a little bit about Dawn Marie. I know Dawn Marie. I know all about your probation and parole. But people don't know about it. They want to know where you're from. Where you really from?
Waubay, South Dakota. So it's the tiny town in the northeast corner, hitting the Minnesota-North Dakota border, and it resides on the Sisseton-Wahpeton-Oyate tribe lands.
Wow, okay. How many people are in Waubay?
Ooh, that's a great question. About 450 on a good day, I think.
100?
No, yeah, like
450?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
know.
So tell me about school. So what was school? Is the
Yeah.
school all in one building? Or?
Yes, it was preschool through 12th grade. I graduated with a big class. Big class. We had 18.
Let's go.
We had 18.
Winning. Bar Bay, 18 in the building. Let's
I know.
go.
It was huge. It was great. And we started in preschool together and ended.
Wow, that's some bonding.
No, I know.
So like you have like really a close-knit group of friends, right?
Well, not even friends. Like Wabe, you know everybody. Like you know who's having tea with who. Like you know everybody's grandma's dog.
Man,
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
I know.
I'm from the Bronx, so that's like weird to me. There was like 2,000 in my graduating class.
Yeah, we would take Mainers every day. Do you know what a Mainer is?
I have no idea what it means.
Mainers is just literally driving Main Street.
Mainers.
Mainers. Yeah. Like for one of my birthdays, we played car hide and go seek. So we just, I'm not making this up. You can't make this up.
Hide and go seek.
Yes, and if you'd find the car, you'd like flash your lights at the car and be like, found you.
You'd be like, peekaboo, got you.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's pretty dope. I mean, that's the greatest
Like
story.
every country song was built off of a
Wabe.
Wabe legend.
Yeah. Tell me, okay. All right, one legend.
Like what's that song? Chilling on a dirt road.
Oh, that's Wabe.
Like that's Wabe.
Got you. Get it. So you're involved with the youth. You've been involved with the youth. Tell me about how long have you been involved with the youth and why?
So my mom had a daycare in our double-wide trailer home for 22 years. So basically my whole life at home had very loud kids with the timeout chair next to my door. So imagine like an angry teen opening the door. Still in time.
Okay.
And like they drew a sad face on the wall for the timeout next to my door. I know, it's a whole thing. So
by your door is a sad face.
it was right next to my door. So I've been around children, like I said, my entire life. And I always swore, I said this to my mom, I'm never gonna work with kids and I'm never gonna have my own kids. And what did I do as soon as I left?
Failed. Completely failed at that.
I know. It's literally what I did. So being around them, I learned a lot, all the life lessons in how to work with small people. But as soon as I left, I knew I had to work with children. I started working with mentally and physically disabled folks, and they were like a younger population of people, and I'd help them with life skills. This was in college, so immediately into college, I went right into the human service field.
Yeah.
Went for social work.
Yep.
Human service field, graduated, moved to Omaha to work at Boys Town, which is all working with.
Awesome coach there, football coach.
Really?
Yes, I will get back to that.
Okay, yeah.
He's awesome.
No, Boys Town, I always thought I would maybe work there because my, two of my uncles graduated from there. And then one of my uncles was a family teacher there. So he housed like 15 boys that he helped raise in that Boys Town model. So I got into it, immediately got pregnant with Rain, Rain Marie Villanueva Medrano, legend.
Say that again.
I know.
One more time for the
Rain
people.
Marie Villanueva Medrano.
Let's go.
I know.
We out here.
She's a champ.
She's Latina.
She is.
She's Latina. That's how it get down.
Yeah.
All right? For all the Latinos watching, you have representation at some point.
Word. So I had her, moved back home, started my now lifelong career, 12 years in after school. Started directing after school programs, got asked to lead a brand new one up north. So went home, started that, and I've been in the field of working inside school systems ever since. So solid 12 years professionally,
Man.
unprofessionally, my whole 33 years of life. So
Right. I want to, before we jump to that next question, because that's a really good lead in, I want to revisit the sad face. Yeah, like psychologically, what does that do to you? Like every time you walk to your room, it's like, this is
know.
my room.
yeah, well,
Oh,
again,
wow.
that's why I was like, never working with kids, never having my own, because all I heard was the bad stuff, right?
Craziest timeout story.
Oh, craziest timeout story? I mean, anytime there's poop involved,
Oh my Like,
because I think you smell it first.
let's go. We out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if with my door closed. And my mom mostly had boys. Boys are nasty.
Boys are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get all up in their poop stuff.
Listen,
Yeah.
you got to make a statement.
That's how you communicate it.
It's how I'm not happy. This is my displeasure.
Yeah.
Got you. No, I get it. So you said 12 years professionally.
Yeah.
So you, at some point, you get a bug, and you're like, I'm going to do the thing. And you said, I'm going to go for school board. Tell me about that. What went into you deciding I'm going to run for school board, and not only run for school board, I'm going to go ahead and try to make this history real quick, right? For
Yeah.
never having a woman over 5'4". Is that what that is not the
We
history?
might need to fact check that.
Fact check. Zeus,
Yeah.
fact check
Yeah.
if there's been anybody over 5'4".
Yeah,
for
that's
school board.
actually a
The school
great,
board.
like,
So
Cynthia.
women.
Cynthia's just a small little
She
gal.
is. She's like,
Yeah, but
I-
with heels, she might be.
I coached her kid.
Yeah, see, Cynthia's
he's
a
a
great
dog.
human
He's a
being. So really leaning into that, Cynthia, like she came and shadowed me. Cynthia Mickelson is the current board seat who I will be taking in July.
Yep.
And so she came and shadowed me at Joe Foss, which is the alternative school here in the Sioux Falls School District. And she got to experience what I know and love about Joe Foss and its environment and its way of providing an alternative learning space. So she got to see me do my thing twice. And she actually came for a Leaders of Tomorrow class.
Let's go. Shout out Next Gen.
Yes, Next Gen. So she came to see that, and we stayed connected in between those times. And what people might not know is you can't work for the Sioux Falls School District to run. So as soon as I left to work for the After School Network, we ended up crossing paths, and she's like, "Hey, have you ever considered?" And I'm like, "Yikes!" Like that's terrifying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 25,000
interest, huh?
kids and 210,000 people that you're representing. That's a huge thing. I mean, school board, I feel, is so, people just don't understand the gravity of its importance.
Yeah.
They really do impact locally so many avenues, not just with the students, but the families, the community, taxes. Like,
Yeah.
it's a big deal. So she put a bug in my ear, and I'm like, "Lady, you're crazy."
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to be a thing. And with my After School Network role, I'm seeing myself really stepping into my confidence in leading, stepping into my confidence in policy making and understanding budgets. Like, all those things are a part of school board. So we fast forward even to this last February, ran into her again. She's like, "Back again. Any thoughts?" And I'm like, So I looked into it one more time, and I'm like, wow, I could really make change, like the big change that I've been seeking to be a part of. Like, I'm doing it every day with my students. I'm doing it every day with my daughter. I'm doing it every day as a commissioner for the city, but like, school board's it.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like, I have a master's in social work. I have all this experience working with alternative youth, with rural, urban, I mean, all these settings. So I have like the experience. Why not?
Right.
Like, why not me?
100%.
And so I signed up and turned it in, and the support that came behind it was overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
And I felt it, and I knew I was in the right spot. So ran a good campaign.
You did.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the one thing a lot of people noticed.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, we out here. We in these streets.
For real,
Yeah,
I was hustling. I mean,
You were.
I took every opportunity to meet with every walk of life. There wasn't many that I would say no to if there was some sort of conflict and political interest. Like, I stayed for the children, family, community. I didn't want any political affiliation of anything. Like, I was staying true to who I am.
Right.
And my two pillars were future generations and collaboration.
Yeah.
And that's not just a political campaign.
No.
Like,
That's
I
pretty
live by
dope.
that.
No, that's pretty dope.
I live by those two things and staying focused on that area. So,
I don't think people, and I'm glad you touched on that, because I don't know if people really understand it. You know, for every atta girl, you're going to get some naysayers as well, right? Some haters out there. And I don't think most people can appreciate the work and the hours it takes just to run.
Yeah.
We ain't even getting to the win yet.
No, I know.
We're just talking about just for running.
Yeah.
Take us behind the scenes. What was your longest day?
Oh my gosh. I actually recorded my longest day because I knew it was going to be intense. So it was a 3 a.m. wake up so I could at least get some movement in. And my day started with a morning coffee with a group of folks at 5:45. And then I had my normal, I still had a normal job throughout the thing. So I would do some work, get Rain to school in the middle of that. And then we had our Access 180 that afternoon. And then I went down to Vermilion to speak to USD students and hopefully inspire the next person of color to run for something, because we're so far few and in between. It was the longest day. I don't think I got home till 11 or 12, so 3 to midnight.
I was gonna say 3 to midnight. Let's go.
And that was pretty common. It was a common thing. If Rain had somewhere to be, or if she was able to be with her dad, I would maximize my day
100%.
and just get it done. And again, meet with every person, group, whether it was 3 ladies that wanted to have coffee or 300 students at Augustana or USD. I was showing up.
No, you were, and that was very apparent, and we saw that throughout the entire time. And you saw that there was levels to this, right? There was levels to running, and to somebody going, oh, I think I want to do this. Let me put my name in the ballot, and I'm going to win just because of that.
Yeah. Doesn't really work like that.
Don't really work that way. I'm this guy, so I'm gonna run. Anyway, but now you win.
Yes.
Right? You win. Not only do you win, you now have shattered.
They said landslide, not my words. The people's words.
By a knockout.
Yeah.
Brutal stoppage, blood everywhere, snot just flying into the camera, and you're standing over there just get, okay, that's good. Well, I mean, that's with the champ, that's what happens. Anyway, but now you win, and now, how does that feel? You being the first, not only of indigenous descent, but
woman of color and minority, period. Let's fact check that. I don't know if that's right, but we're gonna fact. Woman of color.
Woman of color. In history.
Of Sioux Falls, yeah.
What does that feel like? You made history. I mean, we out here.
Yeah, I started to feel it even just with running.
Yeah.
Because there would be women of all creeds, colors being like, you're giving my son, daughter, whoever, somebody to look up to.
Wow.
They said, we're so proud of you. This is a win in itself. That to me was, again, that was a win.
For sure.
Before the actual win, that was a win. And people were getting really tethered to my election just based on that, because they just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And anytime I'd show up somewhere, it was just a strange reaction. I am just a person. Right. I'm Rain's mom, and I don't want to say just, I know the significance of it, but if I would show up to something or be at a festival or come join in on a classroom, you should have seen their faces. And they were like, you're really here. I'm like, aww. I know, it was so
They're so
cool.
cute.
It was so cool. It was really neat. And again, to have all the parents just thanking me for doing it, and educators, because they knew I was an educator, they were thanking me they're like, you know us.
Yes.
You've walked alongside us.
Representation is everything.
You were there with us. I mean, yes, person of color, but educator.
Yes.
That meant a lot to so many people. And when I door knocked, I ran into a lot of retired educators. Sioux Falls is just filled with, so many walks of life. And everybody was either they were an educator or my mom was an educator for 30 years. My sister, this. Everyone was so behind getting someone in that understood, that had the experience, and that could be a representation for multiple races, ethnicities, and I want to challenge you to switch your word minority.
Okay.
I like to say world majority because people
World
of color,
majority, let's go.
people of
I
color
like
are
that.
world majority.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So I'm corrected, and I like that.
Yeah.
World majority.
World
I'm out here.
majority.
I'm not minority.
Yeah.
I'm a world majority.
We're a world majority.
You're a world majority, Zeus. That's how we get down.
We up here.
So speaking of representation,
Yeah.
I see the earrings. Everywhere we went, we saw the skirts, right? It was like,
Yes.
yo, let's go, right?
Yeah.
So when you think back of your Native American culture, tradition, what's your favorite tradition?
Well, I have to go back a little bit. So my family didn't grow up as cultural, even though I grew up on the res. Like, I had that experience. We weren't ones that were making ribbon skirts, wearing the earrings.
Right.
I grew up in a time where you were boxed in either as a white bread, which means brown on the outside, white
Yep.
on the inside,
Yep.
or to my white friends, I was Pocahontas. Like, there was no in between. There was no in between, right? So I feel like, I'm
that is
serious.
so-
It's so wild, but it's true.
that is-
So I
Like, you
had
did right.
an issue with identity, and I didn't really lean into my culture up until I moved to Sioux Falls.
Right.
Like, it's a newer thing for me. So when I think of growing up, like, we didn't do a lot of the practices, so I'm now learning them so I can
Right.
teach Rain. Like, I'm starting to smudge with her, which is really beautiful. I had Serene Thin Out come over and teach me how to smudge. We sweetgrass often because I met a lot of people,
Yeah.
and you carry that energy with you.
100%.
Like, whoa, I could feel it, like all the tension in my body, and then Rain and I would sweetgrass and smudge, and I'm like, ooh.
So for the people that may not know,
Yeah.
what's smudging?
Smudging is taking sage,
Yeah.
burning sage, and its properties allow you, like, specifically in my home,
Yes.
because I had a lot of people that would come to my house. So this is what Serene taught me. She would go around the whole house saying a prayer, go into each room, and she would invite the negative energy, the negative spirits, anything that isn't serving me,
Right.
to kindly exit.
Yeah.
So we'd go all around, say prayers, just really, really focus on good energy, and we'd open the door and invite them out.
Yes.
And that I had to do that every day, because if I didn't have people at my house, again, I was out meeting way too many people in one day.
Yeah.
Bringing that home with me. I have a 9-year-old daughter that deserves positivity, a good space, and smudging did that. So that's been new. Beyond that, I'm good at a lot of things. I'm not good at baking. So it's fine. I'm gonna learn. Making fry bread is not my thing, but it's my family's thing, and they make the best fry bread. I will go on record and say that. No fact checking.
I need an invitation.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I need fry bread.
100%. My sister and my mom, like, they got it. They got it down.
So tell me this, out of all the accolades you've accomplished
Yes.
in your life,
There's a few.
which one you most proud of?
I think the stats of an Indigenous person earning a master's graduate level is at like 4.8% in the world.
Oh,
Like, it's such a small
yeah.
number, and I had to work hard for that.
Yeah.
I've received awards that people would nominate me for, which
Right.
super grateful for those things. But masters, I was working 60 hours a week. And when I say working, I was running an after-school program. I was driving bus. I was the janitor. I was the secretary. Rain was tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I worked so hard to earn that master's degree. And now I'm in that elite 4.8%. So
Yeah.
proud of that.
So you mentioned Rain a few times now. So beautiful little girl. I love Rain. She's awesome. You probably see, if you've seen Dawn Marie, you've seen Rain.
Yeah, some people just know me as Rain's mom.
That's Rain's mom
Yeah.
over here. So what are 3 things you want her to take with her in her life that are going to get her to that next level?
Yeah. 1, it's okay to make mistakes. Those turn into life lessons.
Okay.
Lord knows I've done that multiple times. Don't be afraid to dream. Like, dreaming has been, even for me right now, like, I'm already thinking, wow, what am I going to do with this next opportunity? And work hard.
Get
Yeah,
some.
just show up.
Go get some.
Yeah, show up.
Get some. Right. Well, I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud to call you a friend of mine. She's not very good at laser tag. She cheats at laser tag. I just
we
want
got proof.
everybody
Oh,
to know.
no.
No, we do have proof. She
got
runs
proof
around
that I
like
was
this.
winning.
You can't block. Anyway, but I'm glad to have you. It was a must-have. I was like, I gotta have Dawn Marie. You are truly, truly what a champion in the community
Thank you.
is. Your representation of that. I look forward to all the things that are coming because you got a big, big future.
Thank you.
All right, so thank y'all for tuning in. Something, click, like, link, subscribe, do the whole thing that they do at the bottom or the end of these videos, right? Manny Gutierrez, the champ. Dawn Marie, the champ. It's the champ!